record one. The last time I did like 4 minutes and then just went, hey, you know what? I'm done. What? You got 4 minutes in. Just like,
on your trailer.
I'm done.
Probably got a notification on your phone call and what you did before. But no, yeah, but you did that now, but last time that's probably wrong.
Violated.
Not fucking around here today, fam.
We are recording, so do not say fuck or bugger. Bagger. That was the most middle class I've ever said bugger in my life.
Oh dear. This chair is going to collapse at some point this evening, which will be good.
This looks ace, this now. Yeah, stick your shit in your mouth.
My
Mike.
shit is in my mouth.
Let's
get dirty.
That's for sure.
We're peeking here.
Peaking like
I'm sure this will be fine.
Yeah, we'll just
Do you reckon this will be fine? I reckon
move it-
this will
move it.
probably.
This
move it
thing's
away
been
a
much
little
chilled
bit. Yeah,
with
just
Yeah.
not right on your lip.
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth.
Oh.
You see,
Yeah.
Do we have to stare lovingly to camera?
No, you don't. I mean,
No.
you just don't
Just-
ever.
just stare at it.
Ignore that it's there. I mean, this bit will probably be in it, to be honest.
yeah, this will probably be in it.
Oh, thank you. I need to clap, don't I? I need the clap.
Are you like Lorraine
Podcast
Kelly?
review.
I'm Lorraine Kelly.
Give my growler. Right,
So sorry to all of our Scottish friends.
Yeah. You went
Meme review. No, not others. Right, welcome to this is the second LowOrigin podcast.
Ever?
Yeah, ever.
Ever.
Shit.
Yeah, second. We did loads, didn't we? That were through STL with Ali.
I understand.
But man is busy. He's got shit to do. So you know, it's fine. Look, it's not clipping. Right. Anyway.
That did.
Well, that's doing that. Shut the fuck up. Right.
Sorry.
Fuck. It's Christmas. It's the 27th of December. Probably.
It is, yeah.
It's Christmas
It is.
Confirmed.
It is unbelievable.
I've not left the house in 6 days. That's a lie.
Nice.
3 months.
3 months. I'm going to go for 3 months.
I haven't seen him in 3 months.
He's been MIA for at least 3 months. I'm on camera and I'm not wearing sunglasses. I just want everyone to recognise that. That's probably the first time
He's getting old.
ever.
3 months. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to introduce people. Obviously, you know.
No one knows who
This-
that is.
No
one
this guy
knows.
is like, what is this idiot sitting there for?
This is
Let me tell you,
Saule.
kids.
Saule Del Rio off of the internet and off of Australia now. And this is Daniel Joyce, the genuine, real Dan Joyce, off of Dirty Sanchez. Everyone knows him from Dirty Sanchez. After he ate that shit.
And pubes on pizza. I ate that, yeah.
Pubes and pizza. This is Alex Law off of...
The internet.
Law secure.
Supersized,
Law
super
secure.
skinny.
Does anyone need any CCTV? Come my way.
He
And
got
this is Paz. This is Nobody knows who
Washed up.
Paz is. That's terrible.
From-
Oh.
Has been
From like Night Spirit Paz.
Night Spirit Paz.
UK's first drift team over. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. I mean, we asked a lot of questions on the interwebs about like who they'd like to see as a guest on the podcast, and we got like
people.
a whole 2 people suggested Paz. So that meant that it had to happen because that's how the internet works.
2 people said it, so had to be done.
Fact, if 2 people say it.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the main reason behind that is there's lots of people that we would like to have on this show.
There's a lot of people who would not like. There's a lot of people we don't want to have on this show as well.
Podcast. I'm not going to say the word show ever again.
Show.
It's
Show.
quite offensive.
Show.
Might have to go and be sick.
I'm gonna start using the word show.
On the show.
Come join me on my show.
I think it's probably stuck.
Anyway,
Show.
but
Show.
Paz, from a point of view of a man who's been at this as far as a latecomer, as we'll say, to drifting, as myself. I didn't even know what drifting was, sort of 2007. But at that point, you'd probably have been on your 9,000th 86.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen good old-fashioned 35mm pictures of you and your... I'm not going to say first, because I don't actually know, but was it a blue-green looking fucking
That
booter?
wasn't my first.
Well, of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't.
No.
But that look was that 2003?
That car was imported in 2004.
Oh, okay.
The first one was 2001. I had an
Them
S12
01
Silver.
feels.
Oh,
that,
God.
That 01 style.
01 style.
Oh, on the 01 style when it was 01.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in day.
I had an S12 Sylvia before that.
Oh, wow.
Shut up. I know.
The OG, the OG 86.
Back when 15s were new.
Yeah.
They weren't even fucking out. But yeah, so you've been skidding cars for longer than most of us have been out of school.
True.
He's
Yes.
not. He's not. He's like
Yes.
25. But the point is, it's from a position of integrity of someone who knows where drifting's come from, where it's been, and where it's going. How do you feel about what the fuck is going on in 2018, Paz? Tell me how the fuck you feel about where the shit things are going.
Well, that's straight out the gate with a strong question.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Like, it's cool. I can't. I've got to be positive.
That's
about
it,
stuff.
everyone. That's the
It's a
end.
wrap, it's
That's
cool.
the.
Has spoken. That's it. It's cool.
Yeah. There's
We're
some
done.
boys doing things that I like, and there's a lot of people trying hard to drive well. I'm not going to take away the people who compete, because they do try hard and they care. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just don't. For me, the competition side isn't where I quite would like it to be, but the lads side,
Lads.
the scene and the friends that we've all got, some of the cars, it's cool. We're quite lucky. I don't think we realise how lucky we are in some respects, but it can always
Yeah.
be better.
Yeah,
Can always
yeah.
stretch the level up.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's slowly coming back out of that lull in some places, like car presentation wise,
This lull, though, is being, it's being created again with an absence of things like Rockingham, though.
Rockingham.
Rockingham.
Yeah,
Ease
losing
and
the
ends.
track's a shame.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm still doing it
Yeah, I
is
mean,
a sign that there's
you've-
still stuff that I like.
you've been at it a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it actually is that you've been drifting?
40
18
years.
18 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You'd think I'd be good by now. That's the other thing that upsets me. You think I'd know what
I was
doing.
10 when you started drifting.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Okay, so your current ride is a I'm going to say an 86 touring, but it's not.
TE?
Yeah,
TE?
wagon.
Wagon.
Is it TE?
TE.
Is it a TE?
K.
K.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it a Volkswagen Polo bread van?
Is it a Starlet, mate?
What they call those? A Polo Fox.
Fox.
Polo
Yeah.
Fox body, mate.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's a Mustang.
That's a
You got
Mustang.
Oh
it
yeah,
over
yeah. I'm
there.
trying shit. I don't know what the
Oh.
fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's high. He's high, man. Yeah, it's a KE70. It's an experiment as well as what it is. It was too rotten to save. There was no point getting all upset about.
I mean, you saved it.
Yeah, but it wasn't worth doing a
Hallucinating.
restoration or
Yeah.
making it like my 86 was, which was like a purebred,
Now owned by
Traditional
Al
machine.
Clark.
Yeah, and
Off
I
of-
couldn't have a better person to own that car. He's
Yeah.
killing it, He's
It
looking
really
after it.
is. I thought that. I was like, when you sold that, I was like, that's like a bit like me selling my car. I don't think I could sell it. Like if I died tomorrow, everyone has instructions to destroy the car in its
It
entirety.
has to go to the
break
right
it, but
person.
if it was to go to any, I don't actually know who the fuck it would go to. But
Well, that 86 was never actually like for sale though, was it? It was
No.
just that
the
things
right time.
happened. People were talking.
Yeah.
At the right.
And-
I wanted a Porsche, and the only way I was going to get one was by selling that. And I mentioned it's a close group of friends that I fancy one, and he's like, "Well, if you sell it, no messing, I'll just buy it." And then I didn't buy a Porsche anyway. But hey,
Yeah, I was about to say, where's the Porsche?
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck's
What
a
happened
Porsche?
there?
Yeah.
I realised the engines blow up all the time, and they cost $8,000 to rebuild, and I'm not.
And then
in that
unfortunately
and they're
people
not
put
even that
LSs in
fast.
them.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's not happening.
No.
So
We're looking at you, Craig.
Craig Taylor. Craig's a good boy. We like Craig.
Yeah.
Apart from he puts V8s and everything.
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 It's like, think outside the
Everything.
box, Craig. God,
Put an SR in it, God.
Put two.
God damn it.
Two SRs.
put a KA in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. I mean, it was the right move, and it spawned a car that I didn't even know existed.
And the other thing that he did for me was, I mean, again, going back to doing it a while, you get a bit burned out. I get a bit burned out. And the 86 was cool, but I just kind of viewed it as it was a lot of money sitting there. And
Yeah.
you blow an axle up, it's $1,000 straight away. Like, done. You can't find gearboxes for them.
Does Al know this?
I'll know.
Is this all a surprise?
Yeah,
to
I was going to like, shit, indicators, £250 for an indicator. It's like,
thought you were.
yeah. Ali's sorted you out with your lenses, cuz. So, for me to carry on drifting, and I also wanted to, like I say, I had this Porsche itch to scratch, which is now turned into a Subaru thing, but let's not go down that aisle. But for me to carry on doing it, I needed a cheaper car. And yeah, that car cost us like 1 billion hours to build, but money-wise, nothing like the 86 because it's all in-house. We made it, or it's an MX-5. So
yeah. So
pennies.
let's talk through what it actually is.
So the Polo, I think.
Yeah,
we've
the
covered
Polo.
that.
No,
Yeah,
but
bread van.
the chassis obviously, but the engine and drivetrain, like.
Yeah, so it's your typical garden sort of, undo the MX-5, take the subframe off it,
Yeah.
graft it all into the car.
So
And,
the rear subframe is
MX-5.
MX-5,
Yeah,
right?
and
So it's
none
got.
of it went in like easily.
So I presumed it had a live rear axle.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Well, that had leaf springs and a live axle, which was even worse.
Wow.
So it's just, and the only bit of the car that wasn't really rusty was the front half of the chassis rails and stuff. Cut them off, gone. Needed to make new
Don't
ones.
need them.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
BDC, mate.
We bolted it to the bottom of the existing chassis legs, and it was about this high off the floor. So
Amazing.
it's not going to work, so we had to sink everything up. It was a massive job.
Yeah.
But now the plus side of it is, if I bend an arm, I can get one from Euro car parts. If I break a diff, it's 50
Yeah.
quid.
That's
Oh,
a
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
upside,
It's
real
really
upside to it,
upside.
yeah.
That is
So
a really good shout because
That's the reason why that we did it.
Until MX-5 start rotting
Yeah.
away and then they become £1 million fucking pounds.
I
for
suppose
everything.
but the actual bits that you want are probably.
Yeah, no,
I saw an MX-5 today. It was for sale. It was for £100, and it had a
That's
brake
what I'm
line that was
talking
gone.
about.
Like
yeah.
that's exactly it. And
It's-
suddenly
so
you've got a little bit of longevity out
Yeah.
of it, provided you don't bend it in half.
That's the
I
other-
need a door, mate.
Yeah, you're
Goodbye.
done.
Mm.
That is the other
Goodbye.
side of the coin, unfortunately. The panels, yeah, but again, we cheated there because we just moulded some 86 J-Blood over fenders and bolted them on.
Oh,
Do
nice.
not tell Mito you just moulded things. He won't be happy.
No, he'll tell you that in Japan
In Japan, they don't do that.
they don't do that in
They're
Japan.
not allowed to.
No, that's
Well,
wrong.
we did that because
They retail every single time.
yeah, to the manufacturer. I'm quite tight. I don't want to waste money on stuff that we can just make.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. Well, that's great because it's yours then, essentially, isn't it? And it's not like there's loads of people knocking around in these. There's
Not too many
I
of
mean, is there a group of people in the UK that have them that is more than two?
No,
Right.
not as far as I'm aware.
I mean, at that point, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Very conscious
Yeah.
of holding the mic. I mean, what's the coolest way to do it? Like this?
I mean, if it's near your mouth,
As long as you're not holding it like a penis.
yeah, like gobbing down on it.
I think I turned it back on now. That's
Hey,
Hey.
just look at that fucking peak
Mm.
boy. As long as he's like near the yellow. Hey, 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 hey. See,
Hi.
everyone will be fucking deaf now who's listening to this on a fucking.
yeah,
poor
the ears will be
bastards.
Hey, fuck
literally
you,
blasted
fuck you,
out.
fuck you.
Oh, don't.
Suck
It
at
hurts
me.
my ears, and I'm here.
Well, I can hear everybody if you can hear me.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
can hear you.
Anyway,
oh, mine
what were you
doesn't
saying?
work.
Anyway, yeah, cars and
Drifting.
shit, drifting and
Driftings.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's your sort of background and current position in drifting. You were kind of quiet, like not last year, was the year before. Where are we?
I
2018.
don't even know.
2001, man.
Yeah,
Oh, one.
you were spending the
One
whole of
for life.
2017
Yeah.
basically building that car.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so you
it's
were-
not like I said, I've got to, not just me. Obviously, I don't have all of the skills required to make the.
You can shout out
fabrication
friends
on that,
now if
man.
you want.
Yeah, I mean, shout them out. A whole
Retro.
whole 7
Retro
people will
Speed
watch
Shop
this.
Represent.
Mm.
Yeah, Ian's put in like some hours with me, man, grafting, making shit, like new chassis legs, new chassis rails, just
Bruh,
roll cage, done.
bruh.
You know,
Bro.
boy hooked me up.
Shit that I just really wouldn't want to even like go down
Look
the
at.
road of
Yeah.
starting with. I mean,
Well,
we're
I
gonna
should-
have to start looking at things like this with yours because
Saul is not looking at anything. like that.
real
Well,
talk though. I mean, this
I'd say I was tempted by buying this. is
I
what
know
was
every
tempted
time
by,
I get
yeah.
come here and I look at
Yeah.
mine, I'm like, God, I can see the flaw through such a panel.
Yeah.
Should probably fix that soon.
And I look at this and I'm like, holy fucking shit! It's got like
Yeah, but then I also
I've
look
never
at
seen
it,
metal so
I also
straight.
look at it and then I'm
Tiny.
like, it'd be a shame for me to own it because I'll just fuck it up.
That seems to be
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
I mean, I only
real talk.
observe You're driving
Yeah.
from the outside, and
Yeah.
it seems you just get on with it.
It got
Get
better
it
last
done.
year,
Get it
but
done.
I didn't have any real major accidents last year. We're pretty
You
good.
have a few, haven't you?
Yeah,
That's how it is.
that's how I learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get it done.
fuck.
Yeah, it still looks like a car.
Yeah, I mean, it has the resemblance
Shape.
of an S14.
I hit the wall at Rockingham in a really nice way.
You did, and there is a spare light up there, which you know,
I just
I
like, I like it.
licked it.
Oh.
Licked on.
I didn't realize I'd hit the wall until my mum was like, "Did we hit the wall?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
That's because your car is so soft it just fucking like
yeah,
fell
it's
into
just
it.
like just
Rotten
sucking
under
the
the
whole. To be fair, it's not that bad rust-wise. There's one patch that needs doing pretty badly.
Thing
That's
is, it's
quite
worth
structural.
That patch
bare
is the
P now,
car.
so you got to look after it.
Yeah, I know.
Those things cost money.
The one patch is the entire driver's sill, but it's one patch.
Yeah, but it's just one patch.
Just one long
That patch goes into the inner sill and then the outer
Round
sill,
the
boot.
back
And up
bit of the
quarter.
sill. Yeah. And then that goes up onto the floor, and where the floor meets the sill, that bit as well.
But it's one bit.
But that one bit.
You chase one bit. It doesn't
that
stop.
car
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't get. But it doesn't like bridge into a good bit of metal then shit again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Pokey Boy.
Put that back.
That's trademark.
Passes on fitment, yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier,
Trademark.
I would not pass the fitment test because I'm too old to have a look.
You can't chuck the age thing out, man. Like we're
a
getting
bit too
there.
burned out since you guys are such wet
Ow.
noses and you've been drifting for like a week or something.
Yeah.
I'm quite tired.
I mean, we've not been at this. I mean, I've been at it. When the fuck did I start doing this? I think I discovered that the 300 would drift, and that what drifting was in about 2007.
I did enjoy the 300 at Buxton. That was pretty cool time.
Yeah.
Right up until it got
unusual.
T-boned.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious.
wild.
I need
Yeah.
a door, please.
I was asked to go and stand and judge just
Oh,
purely because I was
fucking
there.
cunt, this was
And
you,
I
wasn't it?
made them go one more time.
It was you and Joseph Ankers.
Yeah, Joe was like, that was good. Let's make him go again.
Do it some more.
Is
And
he
he got
still alive?
doored.
Joe Ankers, yeah. I seen him on the internet
He
sometimes,
bought
giving it some.
M235i, and he knows what's good.
Yeah,
It's all
he
mine,
does.
but,
Yeah,
you
to be
know,
fair,
whatever.
yeah. But yeah, that Buxton was.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was real sad. That was the beginning of the end of that chassis.
It's fucking gorgeous now, though.
It is, yeah. It does look
Did you
good.
sell it?
No,
Oh,
I
still got it.
I parked it.
I hope that you parked it and come back to it and sort it out.
I actually don't mind talking about this now because it's.
Oh, it's a secret?
Well, no. At the time, I was like, oh, I don't know whether I can do this legitimately. But then I did do it legitimately, so I don't really care. It's just sad because I'd had the car for 10 years, and then I ended up reshelling it, and that was kind of sad.
Yeah, you didn't
but
want
it
to.
happened in a good way because Natalie Younger was
Yeah.
breaking a car, and she was left with like an immaculate red NA
Easy money,
2+2 shell.
You managed to take your private plate off yours.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a
Put it
private
on.
plate.
I thought it was.
No, it was just it was a convenient plate. But it was an NA and it had TT in the plate. Like,
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Target top.
I always thought it was
twin turbo, mate.
turbo, not
But it was NA.
totally trans.
Totally trans.
full conversion.
But yeah, we put all the fucking drivetrain. I put all the stuff in it, and it was all right for a bit. But then some weird things. Anyway, yeah.
We digress.
Buxton was fucking cool,
Buxton
but
was fun.
on like smaller tracks like that, we're kind of getting to the point now where like I'm considering doing a Buxton next year.
Well, I did a Buxton this year, just gone. It was amazing fun,
Yeah.
but it was we bought an MX-5 purely just to go and have a bit of a fuck about at Buxton, and I drove it like I drive the 14, kind of like chuck it hard, let off the throttle, and let the car do a lot of the
Yeah.
work. No, as soon as I let off, it was like, hey, there's the wall.
Straight.
I was like, hey, there's the wall.
Grip
Straight.
up now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Terrifying. And then it took me like a good 5 or 6 laps to kind of get to
Get
the point
tuned into
where
it.
it was only a 1.6 as well, so it was all of probably
They
about
just have,
90
like,
horsepower.
So much
Yeah.
mechanical grip in that
Yeah.
way because
It's
they don't float
No.
unless you're really committed
Yeah,
to the.
so
to
I
the
ended
course.
up just really just going properly stupid, and by the end of the day, I was chasing like Adam, who had obviously he was managing the straights and shit, whereas I was just foot flat out of the corners.
Don't get me started on managing the straights,
Yeah,
but
oh.
strong idea. You can go to Buxton in a terrible car and crash and be that guy, or what if we all just rolled up next year, clean cars, big chucks? Because
Yeah.
Buxton's fun.
Yeah,
It
Really
is.
fun.
It is. It is. It's fantastic. I love it. It's a completely different like
experience.
going into like an MX-5. I went in the Skyline when I had that.
Skyline.
That was fucking amazing. I don't know if you ever. Did you see the 4-door Skyline I had?
Yeah, it was two-tone.
Fucking gorgeous. Well, it
Spice.
wasn't particularly gorgeous, but it was such a nice car to drive. It was sort of like get in and drift you like a dicker. But the problem I found the last time I went to Buxton in the 14 was the tyre machine couldn't do my wheels.
That is a problem.
So I did the first set of wheels and then I was like,
Yeah,
I guess I'll die then.
I'll
that
go home
would be
then.
more of a problem in your.
Plus
S14.
the and I don't have stupid. It's my fault really. I should have some like spare drift wheels, but I kind of
Shit
don't
wheels.
like. I don't. I've always had a pair of rear good wheels. I don't like putting drift wheels on Like,
Why should you?
You
why,
don't
why
either.
should you? No.
You'll sit there and wait for your wheels to be done before you go back out. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things, and seat time over, potentially looking good, but at the same time,
Looking
every
good,
time-
everything else.
yeah, every time I see my car in a picture and it's got like on the dyno, it's like massive sky high ride hand. I'm like,
Yeah, shit.
I want to see that. I want to see that. I don't care what's going on. But then you think,
All of the good photos from some of the events is where I've got black wheels on the back, and it just kind of
Yeah.
like the first thing I think is that's a sick photo, but if only I had my
Kinda
other
takes
wheels
the
on.
edge off.
And it
Yeah.
sounds proper gay to say that,
Yeah.
but it's like, if only.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
like there's one picture of us three at Driftland, and Dan's front bumper isn't on, and it's like,
like just go straight past that. I wanna see that.
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh,
All
god.
right, but we won't talk about your
let's
bumper
not talk about front
usage.
bumpers, yeah.
What did you say last time? Commodity? It's
Yeah.
just like a
Completely like wiped out the worldwide supply of
Yeah.
Type 3 S15 front
Consumables.
bumpers.
consumable. That's it. Consumables.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Fuck
Yeah.
your Type 3.
The rarest. I think did you sell what you had left?
We're in about 10 minutes, yeah.
Right. I was gonna say
Amazing.
because like what was left of your front bumper? Was it all right or was
4 or
Yeah,
5 pieces.
It looked like a bumper.
it like
I
a
mean,
bumper?
It weren't really Type 3 though.
Was it not? It was type 3.5,
Mine-
2.5.
Mine went to Germany.
2.136 maybe.
Nice.
Mine went to Germany.
It's just because you boys are like hyped up to the max on the kits. Everybody's loving it these days. You're like, that's what we need to.
If
to-
only
to
people
look
would
like.
keep them in stock, then they'd make a
And you
serious
could sell
amount of
them.
money out.
Yeah.
of this,
I mean, we get messages going, hey, can we buy those kits? And we then like
Point
some
them to the
people
right
then have
place.
ran out of them, and you're like, okay, fine. I guess we can't really do much about that. Next year though, which is like a couple of days away.
Literally.
Yeah, we probably won't discuss what we're doing next year.
We
Well,
can if you want.
we
It
can
doesn't
do.
matter, does it?
We can discuss what we're doing.
I suppose so we're not going Type 3 next year.
We're harking
Mainly
back to the
because
Mainly because I can't get it.
yeah, it doesn't exist now.
No, but I think the kit we're going to is I prefer it to Type 3 personally. I know we've said Type 3 is king, but
I know.
when you
do
look
you know
at
what?
the
For me,
kits-
T3 is king for my car, but I don't think Type 3 works on your front
No,
end.
I
and I
think-
don't think
I
T3.
think-
I know. I'm sorry to say this, but I don't feel like the front bumper really worked style-wise
it's the
on a
sharp
15
lines.
because it is. It's
the
the sharp lines of a 14A.
Yeah, whereas we've got round
that works.
headlights, it don't.
I don't care. My car's faster.
Well, it will be.
Well,
it will be. It will
I'm
be.
finally
There's-
catching up with a real engine.
Yeah, you
real
got
power.
your engine's over there.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely
it's
not
There is an
anywhere near
engine.
the car.
been there since the last podcast. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
it looks
V8
good though.
there.
It looks real good. There's 2 SRs.
Dan's
Sharing
engine
crank.
is a 2. Are we gonna say 2.1 or 2.2?
2.2.
2.2.
You always round that shit up.
Stroke boy, 90 mil
It-
with wide boys as well. Is it stroked and
It's
bored?
not stroked.
It's not stroked. Oh, I thought it was
No,
stroked.
no.
I thought it was a big boy
Oh,
crank.
it's just got big,
It's
big
just
pistons.
big old
Pistons.
pistons.
Oh, pistake pistons.
Stroking the
Pistons,
motor
yeah.
is not cool,
Walls was what?
is it? Stroking the motor is not cool.
No, it's not, 'cause you can't
need
rev
to
'em. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you got to rev yours to 8, at least.
Oh, it's got to go more than that.
If I don't see 9, I'm gonna call him a bitch.
It's got to see 9 in it, really.
Got to see
Yeah.
now.
I rev engines quite a lot, but 9 is...
Seeing it.
Yeah, that's where cranks start snapping and flywheels
Oh,
come off.
don't
and
tell
put
me
Yeah,
it
but
back.
as long as it
Fine.
hits 9, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
It's a
time
s-
once.
It'll be a stock
Done.
crank though, won't it? So
Stock crank.
So
yeah.
realistically, getting another one is just finding someone selling a D somewhere for cheap and just chucking
Yeah,
it all
tell
back
everybody.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Blur all that shit out.
I mean, Freddie has got a stash of them anyway.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
I
where
mean, he's
the-
got
where
2
the-
with me, so...
Where the fuck was he when I needed one?
Yeah, that's a good point though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
He's keeping them quiet. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Sorry. Freddie has
we're gonna-
nothing.
We're gonna do some editing here, aren't we, Alex?
Well, oh yeah. So yeah,
Gotta cut that out.
As long as
Over.
nobody knows that D cranks are extremely valuable. Anyway, where the fuck are we up to?
We've gone down.
We could
some
talk about
avenues.
your car and
Oh,
how it
yeah,
works.
that we
Well,
did
yeah,
some
but
stuff.
You haven't actually said what kits you're going to run.
No,
next
Oh,
I don't
oh,
think
yeah.
so.
Crucially,
Not
we
running
completely-
I don't
Type 3s.
think we want to.
Uh,
Do we want to?
Yeah, we're
Origin Racing Line.
Origin Racing Line. Yeah, back to that.
Racist line.
Slightly different style. I say different style, but like slightly different
Paint.
Yeah,
bits
like,
to
yeah.
it. Yeah, and I think we're going to be sticking to the same paint combination, the perp pink.
We're gonna do a
Yeah,
bit more.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
do some more wackies though. It's not gonna be, as just we're just not just gonna go backwards and do the other kit.
No,
We're gonna do a bit of wackies.
yeah.
We're gonna do something that I said I would never do, which I'm not gonna talk about until it's done. Because if I don't do it, and I
Oh.
take it off, I'm not gonna like it.
It's drifting in 2019.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's the one.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
actually be good. Actually learn.
Jamie's showing us something, and it's like it's got one of those filters, like you know when it gets late at night and your phone goes to like
No, Alex is
sepia
just getting
mode.
old and his eyes don't work anymore.
I got fucking glasses on.
Exactly.
I can
When
see
your
shit.
eyes
You're
don't work
proving my
like they
point.
used to
Anyway.
before.
Oh, babe.
We need a loop pedal.
My heart.
Yeah,
It bleeds.
my heart, my soul.
That-
It's
what?
actually even
Oh
smaller.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're gonna have a fourth driver next year.
Woo! It ain't me, by the way, just to kill that.
It's
rumor off.
yeah.
He's painting his shit yellow.
Imagine
paint.
that. We'd
Bought
never
a
fucking
Nissan
catch him.
over.
No, I know.
Even with a
Ever.
grand total of about 1,400 brake actually probably more than
No,
that.
it's probably more. Yeah, we're knocking on 1,500, I reckon.
It'd be more. Well, I want my 450, 460. Your
I'll be 400.
Like 500 maybe over.
500 plus.
100.
500 plus.
100.
Yeah.
You're going to be knocking on 400.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to mask the lack of talent I have.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, same. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I mean, you know,
But refuse to take the
100
SR
brake
out.
horsepower.
It's supposed to be 130, isn't it?
100. Oh, are we talking about the 1.6? Oh wait,
1.8.
One
One
eight.
eight.
It's been running like a sack of nails.
Oh, is this the awkward 1.8? The one that's actually like 105 brake
It's not
horsepower.
great, but it's enough.
Didn't
But-
they realise with that engine that the 1.6 was as quick as it, and then
Yeah.
ditching the 1.6?
Yeah.
But honestly, no shit. The 1.8 VVT is in the same as the one in Gabby's car.
Fast.
It's so fucking good. Like I'd driven a normal MX-5s and then drove a VVT one. I was like, this is all. It's not a Honda,
Yeah,
but it's almost
actually
a Honda. Like,
reasonable
you can
engine.
drive it like really fucking high up in the rev range, and like you get a lot out of it. Anyway, fourth driver.
Yeah, let's not get sidetracked.
Fourth driver is.
I don't know.
Dwayne McKeep. No, it's not.
Is
Can I guess?
yes,
There we
guess.
go. This is like a game show.
Oh, if I knew anybody who drifted.
Do you know Guess Who? That game that you can't play in 2018 because you
Does
can't
he
ask
look
questions
like
like,
a bitch?
Is it a-
does
Is it
he
a
look
woman?
like a bitch?
Is it a woman? We're not sure.
Is it
Is
sure?
a man?
Yeah.
We're
Is
not sure.
he gender fluid?
Does
We're not
he
sure.
drive a Nissan?
Yeah.
Correct. He knows.
I don't know anymore.
Right.
Sorry, I'm out.
That's narrowed it down to about 15 bazillion
Billion
people.
So we're covering all the bases. Obviously, Dan's got 15. Alex has got 14.8. I've
Gotta
got
be
14.
over.
potentially it would be. We kind of need a 13
We
and a
need-
PS,
yeah.
but it's Danny Wyman
Yeah.
in his
PS.
absolutely gorgeous PS.
It is.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can you show me a picture?
Any
Just find
any
some
pictures
context.
of any of us driving recently has had Danny involved in it.
Yeah.
so
That's
cool.
It's people have probably worked it out at some point. We've just
Yeah.
talked about fourth driver, then Danny repairing
Yeah.
a lot everywhere.
Chill,
If-
he's got the right vibe. Then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Max.
I've drove with him since he had the blue 13. He had
Yeah.
that blue 180
Oh, yeah,
Late
yeah,
to
yeah.
one.
at Rockingham, and he's like, yeah, this is a cool driver. Then when he got his PS, and we've drove him every time we can. It's just he's got the
Fits,
style, the
yeah.
correct style. So
Yeah. Driving
fair
style
play.
as well.
He fits well.
Have you got a picture?
Makes me
She's
feel
playing
worse
that
as well.
role-playing game still, whoever it was.
Yeah.
RuneScape.
RuneScape, yeah.
Hey, shout out to RuneScape.
RuneScape, yo.
All my 9-year-olds.
All it means for next year is you need that rack'em stack'em picture with all four of you
Yep.
liveried up. Like, it has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of always wanted to get there. That's kind of, yeah. I mean, we just need a 13 now, Jamie.
she hasn't earned her fade yet.
She hasn't earned her fade. She hasn't.
Or Adam Magic Jet Skis. He's with his 913s that he's collecting from all over the world.
Yeah, Adam, how many S13s do you need to own before you at least make one of them work?
3?
Three. Is he on three? Is he on three?
Yeah.
He's got 3, but none of them work.
he's got-
So
he's
he may
got
need
a-
Do
another.
any of them have engines?
Yes, one.
Is
no,
it a
two-
CA?
two-
Is
two
it a
have
CA?
engines. One's with a CA, one's with a NA 2J.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
NA
Off the
2J.
wall choice, but like
Yeah,
you
NA.
could beat the hell out of it forever
yeah,
and
yeah.
it'd carry on working.
Yeah.
There's got to be some.
just
That's a
mileage
good
in
point.
there.
So that's 200 brake. Was it 220?
222, I believe.
Wow. Nice.
But if it's a VVT
Strong number.
one. If it's a VVT one.
That would be quite nice, actually, wouldn't it? And then it would always no boost leaks. You could
No,
probably
but
run
yeah,
it with
it
like
was-
fuck all attached to
And
it.
To be fair, I've drifted at NA Super Manual back
Yeah.
in the day.
Mm.
Sounds
I managed
easy
to
enough.
do a couple of roundabouts in my old GS. It
Yeah,
was
sounds
Oh
pretty
god, that was
haunting.
fucking awful.
That was the worst car ever.
massive. It was massive, and you didn't realize how big it was. It just
Until
felt kind
stuff
of like
happened.
nice to drive.
Zoom in with your magic eyes.
I'm just gonna go.
It kind of felt all right to drive, but then when it was sideways, you realise how
I know
big
that
the fucker
guy.
was. Yeah.
He was killing it in Mayan.
Yeah.
That guy.
yeah.
That
On
guy.
it.
That guy, absolutely
Yeah.
killing it.
That guy.
He's also got the video with him chasing Dave Bastard in his SR 86 on
Don't think you can
T-side,
say that.
and then they are like he like pushes Dave Bastard all the way around T-side. It's a sick
I
video.
think I've seen that.
His name is
It's
Dave
real good.
Bastard Loose.
Oh, okay.
Bastard loose.
Right. His bumhole is loose.
I'm sure. No, he's a cool guy.
No, he's
These
Yeah,
libelous
cool guy.
comments.
Yeah. Sorry,
Uh,
Dave Bastard. We love you. Please
yeah.
paint our cars.
DB,
Please.
Please,
Shout out.
please, God,
Yeah, man.
paint our cars.
Because
nobody
At
else-
this rate, I'm doing it in a rattle can.
yeah. But yeah, we're going to end up painting them in here otherwise, and that's not going to happen.
Dust City, rattle cans. Go to Colour Tone, get like 40 cans of each colour for
Jesus,
one
can you
car.
imagine? Dan's like,
This is like no. We're assuming that Saul's going to do stuff.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a point.
Bunch of bastards.
Winter build is now. It's gone past the solstice now, so winter build is now spring build.
Yeah.
Soon as you're ready, Saul.
Always last minute Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's hyped after Rockingham, mini, so you'd probably be keener this time to get done.
That's true, yeah. But let's talk about what happened when we do last minute things. I mean, last minute's a lot of fun. Like that night, it was
Yeah.
pretty terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I ended up being stuck in here by myself till 5 a.m, and then finishing the car, going, sweet, that's sick, I'm done. And then there are 4 cars outside, none of them run. I can't get them inside.
So
I had to leave
now-
at 7 a.m,
let's-
and it's 5:30. I'm like,
let's backtrack. When did you damage said coilover? It was at the Rockingham outer paddock, and it
Yeah.
was how many millions of months ago?
It was the Myhan one. I decided to, I nosedived the wall and
Crucially-
decided to go into the lakeside just to get a bit of.
Crucially, how long ago?
I don't know.
He had 3
A
months
long
to fix
time.
the car.
About 3 months.
No, it wasn't because it wasn't that long.
One coilover.
It was
wasn't that long.
about let's be fair.
I'd say
it was
6 weeks.
It was 3
6
months and
6
29
weeks.
days.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was about 6 weeks.
But it's more
It's
exciting
long
that way,
enough.
right?
It's long enough. Yeah.
Right. The night before the event,
Yeah.
you managed to get the coilover from Freddie.
No. I got it ahead of that time. The night before the event, I decided to fuck off the standard handbrake and go for a hydro.
Yeah,
To see
that
what
was
it was
probably
like.
an
What was the
additionally.
mistake?
Which was the worst mistake I made because I did it the night before, and then I realised that you kind of sit there and you think it's just putting a hydro in.
Yeah.
It isn't really.
It
when
isn't.
you're
They
making a
just
new
don't
mount,
bleed up,
and yeah,
like, sometimes.
especially trying to bleed a hydro by yourself, it's not the easiest
and
thing.
he put it in so that it like looks pretty. OD
Yeah,
as
I
well.
put it in. So I didn't put it in and just chuck it in because I put it in like where the stock handbrake lives.
Yeah, instead of like a
So
samurai
yeah,
sword,
Yeah.
So I did it properly.
Like 7 hours before he's due to be on.
So I didn't
track.
really plan, but I saw it through. I didn't give up
got it
halfway
done.
through.
Yeah.
I got it done.
So
It leaks a little bit.
So,
Most good things leak a little bit.
Jesus Christ,
Just sweat.
just sweat. So
Sorting out the kinks.
So because of this, you arrive to the track. You're exhausted. You visibly looked exhausted.
Yeah.
You were tired.
Yeah.
You were slightly late, but then who isn't late?
Yeah. I didn't
Have
drive.
you
I
even
didn't drive
have
the
you
best.
ever made a briefing on time ever?
Not since I cared about doing the. I shouldn't say that. Not since I last did the BDC, which would be like 2000.
I'm pretty sure like Sweep started adding additional
Alex
briefings for Alex.
And it was just
Yeah.
Alex
Oh my
briefing.
God. I mean, Phil's usually late as well.
Yeah, but he's a fucking rock star. He's allowed to.
Yeah, fair enough.
He
Yeah.
turns
yeah,
up in
yeah.
a
Plus he's
smoke
been
cloud and
briefed
ACDC
quite a lot over his
blaring.
term. He's brief.
Granddad
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah, granddad rights mean
Yeah.
turning up extremely late.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got there a little bit later than everyone
Yeah.
else. That's fine.
I was
'cause
a
we
bit
all
haggard.
you were very tired. You were very tired, and it showed.
Yeah.
It showed in your driving. It showed. I'm starting to sound like somebody's dad here.
Yeah.
But my point is, this was all completely avoidable.
Yeah. I couldn't
just
think.
plan ahead.
I almost
like,
it was
like 1% plan ahead.
We found Saul's New Year's resolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
I mean,
ahead.
we've still got the thing up there. that
Anything that
says-
gets put in a frame gets fucking done. Last year got nailed. So frame it, shit. Framing shit.
Basically, are you saying I have to buy framed things in
Course.
order to make you do
If it's written
basic
down,
stuff?
if it's written down, I get done. I'm a simple man. If it's
Simple
written down,
solution,
you should
simple
see
man.
You should see my notes in my phone. They are full of things I need to do, and if they're in my phone, they get done. If they're in my mind, they get fucked right off.
Get fucked.
Get fucked.
Things that
They
are
get
in my
thrown
mind
away.
get fucked. Oh Jesus
Big ass
Christ!
whiteboard. Just
I'm
Just the one.
Just one for me.
In which case, all right, I'll actually do that. Yeah, I'll get that shit framed. Just fucking plan ahead, because that was ass, man.
I know.
That was ass. It was like real fucking sadness, and it was totally avoidable. What, being prepared?
No, I am like we try to be prepared
As
because
prepared
if it's
as possible.
If it's like a 4:00 finish, I'm not going. I give up because I've done it, enough to the point where I've nearly, mental breakdown kind of style trying to make a car ready for a competition.
It made me. I was like,
like,
I had to drive all the way. There's the first time I'd kind of like done everything myself, like driving to the track with the car on the trailer myself, done all the day, everything, got offloaded it, did it all, loaded it back up, went home. I was meant to go for a meal with these guys, and I was just like, I need to get on the road and get home because I'm either going to shut down halfway home and just write like a fucking 50 grand, like everything, just. I'm like, I'm going home and I need to go and sleep. I think I slept for about 2 days after that. I was fucked.
Yeah, I
was done in.
Roll on next year, man.
Yeah, man.
Bang.
Yeah.
I'm going to start it the week of the first event.
I swear to God.
We will kick him out. We will kick him out of Low Origin if that happens.
swear
He's
to
gone.
God.
He's gone.
He's
We're going back down to 3 cars already. No.
3 is a good number now that you mention it.
It was maximum bullshit, and it was the first time. I mean, my car worked pretty much all last year.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah.
We were all really surprised.
At the end of every event, I was like, it still works.
Still
Drop
going.
the oil, put some more in it. I didn't change the filter, but
No, that's the same filter I gave you in 2013. Just remember it's 2019 in days time.
yeah, it's not that long.
Bear in mind,
Obviously a good filter.
Very good.
bear in mind,
It doesn't filter shit no more.
it was an
Just make
HKS
sure there's
filter.
clean stuff in it. That's it.
It was an HKS filter that I'd used for the full 2013 season. It's got a magnet inside it, and Saul was like, "Fucking have it." And that was pink as well.
Yeah, I got one of them on, or had no.
Now you're not
I know
supposed.
of their work.
You're not supposed to reuse them, but because they have a magnet in them, you could be like,
Don't believe the hype. You can reuse them.
Yeah.
It's like flywheel bolts. How many flywheel bolts have you replaced ever?
well, recently I replaced all
Yeah,
of
that's the
them.
first
No,
time
I haven't done
ever.
mine. I haven't
Yeah,
done
it's the
mine.
first time Alex has ever replaced flywheel
Yeah.
bolts. How many clutches have you fitted to your car over the years?
About
One a
million.
year?
Yeah,
One a year more than that.
Probably more than that.
When I insisted that the Exceedy hyper single, not hyper single, the
The
Exceedy,
3-put
the
thing.
3-put
Could
was
take-
like the
yeah.
greatest clutch of all time.
It
When
will
I-
take 380.
It will take
380.
and it
Clutch of
it
the
would
event.
take 380 for every
For
event.
event,
yeah,
yeah.
that was really sad. And then I got the hyper single. That was actually really fucking good. That did like 2-3 years of
You know,
solid
this,
terrible abuse.
your mind was me last week going, oh my God, I need to buy a clutch for my engine.
Because your engine is now batshit crazy.
Yeah. So
What's
I'm
that?
like,
Is that TD06?
TD06
Old
20G
school.
with it's like man strong rods, manly rods.
Oh,
and
manly rods.
CP pistons. It's
Man
pretty
boys.
serious.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
built motor.
Yeah,
like.
it's got cams and shit in it.
Nice.
Cool.
So it'll do 400 horse. If it goes near 400, I'll be like, sweet.
Yeah, I'll do
You
400.
can do everything with 400.
No, that's what I mean. I'm
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
Yeah.
with a CDO9, sit with 400 horse, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
4-1 diff.
Yeah.
And you
happy days.
shouldn't like shit gearboxes out all the time.
Well, I'm
Kicking
to
his
be
head
honest, at 300 brake, I was quite happy. If the engine and turbo weren't
Yeah.
properly tired, I would still be with that same engine and
Yeah.
turbo setup. That
Yeah.
was it. I wouldn't change a thing. Purely for the fact that now it's probably about 230 brake at best. It's dog shit.
That's
I just
about-
got well carried away with
Yeah.
mine.
You did, yeah.
Super carried away.
Dan just saw an engine go up for sale from the same guy. That
Well,
I
that was
bought mine
Steve, yeah.
from.
He's like, yeah, I've got all these
he was
bits
Like, he was
and-
like, oh, I've got some engines for sale. Do you want one? I was like, yep, I'll have one. You were like, well, what else have you got? And he was like, well, I've got
I'll have
this.
one
I've got this 2.2 that's in bits. And you were like, mine.
Done.
Mine. And it's a straight
then,
cam as well.
yeah.
It's like made for your car, basically, ready to go in.
And then Freddie had a 3076. I'm like, well,
Well, why
Super
not?
popular.
What'd you be
when in
rude?
Rome.
I think the most power I've ever had in a drift car is probably 260 horse.
Amazing.
Probably. Maybe a bit more. I had HKS
I couldn't even do a
turbo,
burnout with
1
that. I wouldn't know how.
tuned. What's he doing?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know how to do this.
Could do
I
a
had
clutch slip.
A clutch out. Yeah. I had an S14 at like 0.8 of a bar with an intercooler at the front. What would that be on a T28 stock? 240?
Yeah.
Blaze
Yeah,
it. Blaze
maybe.
it 420.
You know what? I'd safely say 250.
Yeah.
At the fly as well. At
Yeah.
the fly as well.
And,
Ooh.
I had
Yeah.
a sweet PS13 apart from it was yellow over.
Ooh.
Tanaka Engineering that Greg bought off me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a
So
great
it's that car, yeah.
Is it that car? We saw that
No.
car
Yeah,
the other day, didn't we?
Greg binned that chassis at Mallory Park like
Oh,
twice,
okay.
so it was
Oh, okay.
game over for it. It was a bit too bent.
Oh, that's a shame.
That had HKS turbo and stuff. It wasn't mapped, so it's probably about 270.
That car, well, it's not that car, is it?
But that-
But that
No, but
car,
that yellow
got a
one-
V8 in it now, hasn't it?
Has it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's a
disgusting,
shame.
yeah.
not into that.
That's a shame.
He
Poor-
used to
poor
have
Greg.
straight cam, SR,
Poor
HKS
Greg.
turbo, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It was cool, man. It was just a bit too yellow for me.
Oh, yeah.
What? Sorry, what?
He says
Bit
touch
too
yellow,
yellow for
poker.
me.
There's the door.
Yeah. Just a stylish gent. Can't help it.
I mean,
it ripped.
it
was a
took
proper cool car.
like about 2-3 months to get us all to agree
Yellow
on
was
yellow.
the
Oh yeah. Well, no,
Because-
we still don't agree on the yellow. It was one of us when I'm fucking sick of this. I'm painting my car yellow.
That was me.
That was
Hi.
you.
I was
Yeah.
down
And then
over
we all
everyone.
went, well, we're not going to be the ones that go, well, I don't want to do this. I want to do that. We'll just all suck it up, do fucking yellow.
In
Yeah.
That's
Japan,
In Japan.
it's a
In-
thing. They just
Yeah.
decided that shit's happening and
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Japan are now copying us.
Yeah, yeah. I
We've
mean,
copied
I
Japan.
don't know
Japan
if
have
you've.
copied
it's
us.
cyclical, isn't
It's
it?
funny. It's
I
amazing.
don't know if you've seen
Amazing.
the post today.
Probably not.
It's a guy called.
Been
It's
outside.
a guy. It's a. It's
I saw the sun.
It's a drift team called Drift Team Reverse, who are a Japanese drift team in Japan.
In Japan.
Mito. They appear, I mean, they kind of appear to, I mean, I said this in one of the comments. It's like we've obviously taken inspiration from
Yeah, of
lots of
course.
Japanese cars and styles and designs and stuff for our liveries and all the other
You've
rest of
taken
it.
inspiration. All I've ever done is just copy them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just straight copy.
yeah. I mean, we could
Straight
be real,
copy.
but this car, one of the cars, because they do actually all have different liveries, but the S15 does seem to have taken slightly more than inspiration. It seems to have taken potentially the actual files of our livery and
sick.
just slightly rearranged them. Now,
We don't care.
no, we're
Hey,
cool.
look,
I don't.
we're
cool.
glad that they've done it to a degree where it looks cool. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
I don't care.
it's
Might
fine.
be seen as like pretty cool in,
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
in a
100%.
It's like a yellow to green fade with a similar sort of fade in the.
No, if they
livery
want
as
me
well.
to go to Japan and drive their car for them, I
Oh,
won't
well,
mind.
yeah,
I will
I
do
mean,
that.
They can come here and drive our cars only if we can go there and drive their cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we go there first.
Yeah.
We go there first.
And then
yeah.
they can't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You say that.
No, I meant like they can't come. I can't.
Do you have problems?
Mm,
Are you impotent?
I'm
It's okay.
important.
So anyway.
You've gone red.
So this is gone weird.
Yeah, this has gone again.
Drifting.
Dry firing.
Yeah. So something else that I think would be, it crosses the dude's mind sometimes. Like,
Whether he can have children or not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Daily.
Mm.
Drifting's pretty good here. You know, we're lucky, right?
Yeah,
Let's think
yeah.
about it in a positive light for some of it. But if I sold my shit
Yeah.
and went to Japan once a year instead of drifting here,
Yeah.
just did a Matsuri or whatever it would be,
Yeah.
Would you be
you
satisfied?
would get more driving hours, I feel.
Mm.
Yeah, you would, but the
But
cost of actually doing it would be insane because you're already out there. Be like, yeah, it's all right. I'll just buy more tires. I'll buy more tires. I'll buy more
more
tires.
than
And then-
running
The tyres are
a car
cheaper
for a
though.
year in England.
I don't know. I mean, I managed it on a pretty
Huge
minimal
budget,
wage.
yeah.
Yeah. For the job and hours that I did, I was on virtually nothing.
I'm pretty sure
And I
that
managed to drift every week, every month. Sorry, but
Yeah.
1 month I drifted every weekend just to keep my
That's
numbers
busy
up,
times.
which was some fucking going. I was
used
fucked.
to do it on my fucking apprenticeship when I first. I
Yeah,
was
you just.
600
I think
quid
you
a
kind of
month on
just
the
make. You kind of
apprenticeship.
just make a way. You just work out
Just do
to
it
do
out,
it.
yeah.
So I think yeah, you could start throwing crazy money at it, going to Japan, storing a car over there. I mean, how much does it cost to
Yeah.
store a car?
Don't
well,
know.
no. Who's
No
that
idea.
guy who's just came back from there recently? He drove really, really well in the JZX. What's his name?
Lordner, Kane,
Lordner.
Kane.
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 Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a figure floating around of where that trip cost him 10 grand.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I spend that much per year.
No,
on
I don't think
drifting,
I do
I'm pretty
either.
Sure, I'd
I
quit.
might do now with the stupid engine.
Yeah,
but
you'd be like 70,000 pairs of tires and all
yeah.
the fuel.
Yeah.
I'm now starting to do like stupid tires and
Yeah.
fucking mince like 12
This
pairs
is
in a
always the best thing about
day.
Corollas.
Yeah.
They're so expensive. I can't
Yeah.
believe you drift that. Like I've used 2 tires
yeah.
all weekend,
All year.
and last event, and the event before.
Yeah,
same
yeah,
set.
yeah.
But
It's
when my
like,
engine started dying, I was like, "Oh my god, do you know what's happening? I'm not using any tires. Yeah,
this is amazing.
I'm gonna keep fucking this engine up."
And then you go faster and faster
Yeah,
and faster,
yeah,
and run your
yeah.
tyres grippier and grippier and grippier, and your
Yeah.
engine's making no power, and you're
Yeah.
like, actually, this
No,
is
it was at Rockingham. I was like, oh, what pressures are your tyres at? So he was like, about 50 psi. My engine's dead.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, just
Get on with it.
keep
Buxton
going.
times.
Yeah, Buxton times.
Yeah, I actually don't know any figures because Gabby sorted it all out for my 30th. But when I did Nico in 2015,
Man, that's dream stuff though. That
Yeah,
it is
it's
really,
mega,
really fucking.
mega.
I had no idea
It's
either.
amazing.
I didn't know anything. She'd arranged it with a guy called
Z.
Z in
All down low.
in Japan from All That Low, and he'd hooked us up with a company called International Drift Car Rentals, and they'd sorted a JZX90, JZX, mate, you fucking JZX90 Mark II, my absolute favourite ever since I saw Steve's. Steve Saunders' 90 Mark II.
I really want an 81. Really.
Yeah.
really
Oh
want
yeah.
an
Oh
81.
wow.
Mate.
What,
81.
Mark II 81?
Yeah, Mark II 81.
Yeah.
Pretty class.
Of that generation, yeah.
If someone wants an S15 and I'll take their 81, I'm down for that.
Genuine.
Yeah,
I
genuinely
like
down for that.
I like that Crown one that's got like the real square. It's like none of the other ones. I'm sure it's a Crown, and it's got like I think it's
a
an
bar of
81.
lights.
Yeah, it's just got a bar of lights on the back. It's fucking gorgeous.
Isn't that a Cresta maybe?
Oh, they've all kind of got a bar of lights.
No, it's
fucking-
specifically different. And I'm not
Yeah,
gonna find
Crown's
it,
a
I can't
different
be bothered.
chassis. The JZX
Yeah,
one.
but the Crowns are.
On seat time though, like I know what you mean, because I kind of assumed that that it would be an absolute seat time city, and it was realistically. There was fuck all marshalling going on.
Yeah.
You marshalled yourselves, which was fine, it worked. But then when something fucked up happened, a girl in a Safiro who was driving in high heels.
Lost the wheel.
Amazing.
And well, she flipped the car. It was a purple Safiro, and Z actually, I think, was the first. He was a photographer, and he runs over and gets her out of the car and stuff, and gets everything turned off and stuff. And then like, car's still on its roof, bonnet down, and like 10 minutes go by. Everyone's left. And it's on the apex. You know the bit where you start tripoding?
Yeah.
So you go through the start finish, and then you've got the left-hander, widens up, and then you can tripod out to the corner if you sort of overcook it. That bit there, she was just sort of perched over
chilling.
past the tyres, and they just sent the cars and just said, right, go on, on you go. On you go. There's a fucking ghost today.
I can't be taken anywhere.
On you go. And they just sent everyone out. So the car just chilled in the middle of the track, and then only at dinner time did they stop and then recover the car. The rest of the time it was just open pit lane, smash, and there was no marshalling. Everyone just sort of came in and went.
Kind of reminds me of like Takeshi Castle. Like if they knocked a piece of the thingy down, they wouldn't stop and fix it. They would just carry on.
I do enjoy.
They wouldn't
Takeshi's
rebuild it. They'd just carry on.
Yeah,
Send more people.
I'm with you. Yeah,
More
I'm with
people.
you.
Let's
Don't
talk
worry-
more
don't
about
worry
Takeshi's
about the
Castle.
obstacles.
What a
Yeah.
show.
Hey, do you know they didn't call it Takeshi's Castle in
Couple?
What is it called?
in
Dave's
America?
Castle.
No, in America it's called something completely fucking different.
Oh.
And it's also voiced by not Craig Charles. It's voiced by some other American commentators. Anyway,
I
clipping.
don't even know what we were talking about.
Yeah, seat time. I think it's been pretty good in the UK, to be fair. Rockingham was really fucking good for seat time.
Yeah.
There was only Mayhan used to get pretty.
I mean,
hectic,
they have got a new venue.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they have got
Ooh.
one.
Are we allowed to talk about it?
No.
No one knows where it is yet. They're
Brilliant.
announcing it New Year, I think.
Yay.
Brilliant.
Woo, sweeps, go, sweeps.
We do. Oh man, that'd be
Well,
Is
I
it-
mean,
is
we
it-
need more of that.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
more
I
of
mean, I
that.
say we've got a new venue. The Drift Academy's got a new venue, so
Right.
I'm assuming.
They're gonna follow.
There may be
we
something
have
can
a-
Okay,
do
so
there.
so Sweeps is involved in this.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
that fucking matters. Hallelujah. In fact, are we allowed to announce things like that? We're
No,
probably not. We're not
probably not.
announcing
No,
anything.
it's on.
We're not announcing anything.
No,
No, it's on
nobody knows where it
Facebook.
is. But as
No.
long as we have more of that,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it pushes the level
Yeah.
forward
Yeah.
a little bit every time.
It wa-
How much better this year has been
Because
you
of
know
that.
because of
Yeah.
Rockingham. You know, everyone kind of knew halfway through the year that it was going a little bit sideways because it was being sold
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
And then it was just every fucking event
and
was sick.
weirdly, that
Every
gave
event.
everyone the
I
inspiration
know,
to
to
go
just
out
go
and
mad.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
kick
really great,
Really
and
go
it
for
was
it.
packed. You know, like I remember walking around at the last one and the second to last one, and it was fucking packed to the
Yeah.
ginnels. Like there was so many people.
Do you remember the
What's a
Maya? Yeah.
Ginnel, packed to the
It's
ginnels. I
like,
know,
just
northern,
something
innit?
that people
It's
say
it's like council houses when there's a load of them to get to the back gardens. They just
Yeah, we had a
cut a
ginnel.
hole in the house.
No, Ginnel. We had a back ginnel, right? So
I don't know.
we lived in
Someone
terraces.
Ginnel over.
We lived in
Ginnel?
terraces.
Terraces, yeah.
Yeah, and the back, instead of a back passage, because you can't say back passage, it's just your arsehole, innit?
People laugh
So it was a
at
back ginnel.
No, but I thought the ginnel was the hole in the house. You know, between two houses
Drifting.
that were attached. It went underneath.
Yeah, Rockingham was
fucking
good.
hell.
We had a
Yeah.
good time at Mayan.
But what I was,
Yeah, Mayan, yeah.
what I was going to say is,
Ginnel.
yes, Rockingham. However,
Doesn't have a ginnel
is this not
He
really?
probably does.
Is this
somewhere.
That tunnel is probably a Ginnel.
That was very true.
is this
Yeah.
not really Sweeps? It was Sweeps
It was
who
Sweeps,
made
yeah.
Rockingham what it
Made
was.
the Guinness
Yeah.
Gold.
Rockingham has had drifting many years ago, back in 2005.
Since
It was fantastic.
2005, I was there over.
He was there over, genuine. Back in the day,
Aye.
when he was a lad.
When I were allowed,
And I was
Walking through
actually a
Guinness.
small lad.
I was a real
and
lad.
Saule was just a glimmer in his dad's eye.
I was in year 9.
But my point is,
Stop saying that, man.
the-
It's sad.
the actual events, the drifting and the mayhands, the outer paddocks, all of it was
GT
down to
Sweeps.
sweeps,
Go Sweeps.
listening to people who wanted to drift and actually doing it. I mean, I know it sounds like a really simple fucking concept, but fuck me.
There's been many a year where people have kind of just gone, yeah, we're taking that shit on board and we're not going to listen. We're just going to continue doing what we
Same
want to
thing.
do.
People are paying money, so yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
Fuck
fucking
'em.
doing it.
Which,
Fuck 'em.
which, fair enough. As a business model, people are paying money. Why should we change it?
Correct.
Don't
yeah.
fix it if it's not broken, sort of thing. But you know, when you take like kind of the people, listen to the people, give the people what they want, sort of thing.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah,
It sounds so
listen to
fucking
the
gay.
right
But-
Get some going.
but you gotta just listen, take it on board. 90% of it will probably be shit, but the small little adjustments, simple like where we said, put a wall in at my hand
Yeah.
to stop people, you know,
Yeah.
doing big chunks
Doing
ahead of
wide
it. Yeah,
slews and
it
stuff.
made the next event a million times better.
Yeah.
Million times
Every
better.
time he ran a mayhan,
Yeah.
it got better and better
and it
and
was just
better.
basically a time
I
crunch.
don't know.
All right, there was one where it was
The
like
last one
literally-
was
yeah.
good because it was the last one, but there were them tyres right on the
Yeah.
entry where you wanted to chuck the car.
put the
You're like,
car in, you couldn't,
you're like,
but
no, there's
small
tyres
detail.
there.
The
Yeah.
first
I mean,
one,
that took
Yeah.
my quarter out, and I was like,
It did.
okay, okay.
The first Mayan had a bit that I miss, you know, when you get it wrong, which we all do lots and lots, and you just
Oh, I
spin
had the
off
wall
into-
at the end.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good.
oh shit,
Had
there's
the
another
danger
point
wall.
there.
Yeah,
So
the,
you go in full force, and you just sort of washing out, thinking,
Gonna die now,
this
gonna
is happening
die.
again then.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good point. That it
Intense.
did have. I mean, I remember one of them probably mid-year. It had a wall, and then that was it. There was fuck all else.
Yeah,
and I'm
nothing
thinking
around
like,
it.
wow.
I think that was the
this
first
is-
one I did, and I had a fucking beamer like come straight at me into oncoming traffic at the top of third. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not ready for this.
Me and Alex aren't talking
Yeah.
about BMWs and that Mayan layout.
No.
I'm not ready.
There
for
were
that.
some profanities came from my mouth with BMWs.
There were, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got the footage, but I'm never going to be able to put it anywhere
Can't
because
air it,
Just can't.
I mean, I've known you a while now, and I've never known you
the calm
to
Dan Joyce.
explode the way you exploded in the car. It looked like you were going to tear that genuine Nardi clean out of the
He was
out
going
the
to
boss.
give it the bomb test.
Yeah, you can't tear a genuine Nardi. It's
Oh,
been seen on video.
Yeah, we've seen
yeah,
the video.
yeah.
Bonbon showed.
But I mean, yeah, you were fucking raging.
Bonbon. There's many side stories, but that guy's incredible.
Oh,
we had a
love him.
night of street drifting.
No, we didn't.
Never seen anything
Oh,
like
on
it.
a
you
track,
didn't.
on a
Yeah,
track.
I was
No,
drifting
on
on
a
a track.
roundabout. we
Just don't talk about locations.
Nah, no locations. Northampton. What a guy. What a
Yeah,
guy.
I get the impression Bond can hang.
I mean,
street.
Bond taught me how to street-o. Like
Yeah.
before I knew who anyone
In
was.
a 318 TDS.
No,
the
he was
Birmingham
in like
High
a he
Street.
was in like a burgundy BMW, I think, like a V8 or something. V8 with straight pipes on it,
Yeah.
and
Ugh.
Yeah.
this was 2012.
Oh, that's
maybe?
fine.
Straight
That's
pipes were
fine.
acceptable in
Yeah, that's
2012.
Yeah,
Well, I remember coming back from Anglesey, and when you used to drive your car to and from the events, and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
Do you
driving,
remember
he
we
was
used to
driving
do
his
that?
Chaser. I think it was
No,
an 81.
no, hang on. Do you know what it was? It
Yeah.
was Pembury. It was the round I
Pembury.
fucking won,
Yeah.
and
Shut
Bon had.
God damn you!
Fuck's sake.
I won. Wait,
I
guys,
did.
I
The-
won.
the
I
one time I won.
One minute.
Too,
One
you
minute.
know.
That one time I
won,
won anything
I won.
ever.
Wait, so it's the round you won.
I was there.
The one you
Your
won.
car was blue.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Blue.
Yeah.
And you
It
had
was wh- it was
Matt
when he
and
won.
Joe all on the team.
Yeah.
It was when
he
he
won.
won.
He won.
Do you remember Mike Gaynor? Mike Gaynor in the fucking.
CM.
yeah, CMR.
It didn't matter
14.
because Alex won.
Yeah, wheel fell off.
Fucking hell.
One of the
It was Perry's Skyline, and that was
mate's car
real
or something.
fucking eye opening because I was right next to it, and his spacer
came.
went like this. Wah.
What did it
left.
do? What did it
That
do?
was it.
You just
That was a
rewind
terrible
the video
catch.
later. You'll be able to see.
squashies, man.
These are fucking lit.
I
I can't catch my
You
hands
get
are
that, you
cold.
get that. But yeah, the God, these
Pee
are
pee.
good.
Pee pee
These-
touch.
I swear to God, these are like fucking heroin. There's something in them because they're just so fucking good.
probably
But
animal,
you have like
animal-
more than 5 of these, immediately you're fucking
Right,
migraine,
so
eyes flashing.
Alex won.
Thank you.
I don't think I can
Anyway.
have them. Is there animal products in those little things?
There will be, yeah.
Yeah, more than
Gel-
likely be a pig
gelatine.
in there.
Some
I think
pig.
yeah, I think they will be. I mean, they
You
taste,
won. Alex won.
Alex
Everyone.
won.
Alex
they
won.
taste too good to be.
So Alex won.
He won.
Anyway,
Alex won.
yeah. Oh, and then on the way back, now I went home one-wheel drive because I'd smashed my rack. I want to say Fred Perry, but it's Simon Perry.
Fred Perry,
makes
the
t-shirts,
tennis
does he not?
player from Stockport.
yeah. Fred Perry. Simon Perry had welded my steering arm into the rack, so I had like very limited left-hand lock. But I'd crashed quite badly as well, and I'd snapped a shaft, obviously, because that's how I spent most of drifting, with snap shafts. And I drove I drove one-wheel drive all the way back from Pembury, right? And if you've ever driven to Pembury,
I was there.
you were there, so I imagine you
So
probably
he
drove
did
there.
Yeah.
Drive there, in some form.
Yeah. There are no fucking motorways. There's no
shit.
motorways. It's utter bullshit. Like, for you getting back to down to Stoke on Trent, it's kind of equally shit. You sort of get to the M6 and go, well, I guess I'm home then. Like, nice one. But on the little bit of bypass on the way back, Bond flew past, and it was one of those where you're like, hiya, mate, when you're sort of leaning out, and then because you're not looking ahead, you end up doing like fucking wild steering. You're like, hiya, mate. I was like fucking aiming away from the fucking central reservation. Both of us like nearly fucking crashed. And then he nailed off. What was that car? What was it? Was it a Mark
ZX 81?
81?
It was
Yeah,
his
it was an
81,
81,
was
wasn't
it? Was it his 81?
I think it was an 81.
White.
It was white,
That was
yeah.
the second
I
one.
think.
So that was a Mark II.
Yeah.
But he had
Right.
the chaser before.
Yeah.
But
Car
fuck,
was
that
sick.
was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he
That's
drove
in
it so
Ireland
well.
now, dead.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
first
really?
one is.
I
The
think,
first
but
one.
then we then caught him up, and then you give him a fist bump, a danger fist
Oh,
bump.
shit,
through
yeah.
cars.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Through the
it-
cars.
He leant through the
all the
fucking
way
passenger
through.
door.
He leant out the
Bon Bon.
passenger door.
Oh my
and
fucking
Alex was
god!
Like, you were like, I am not sure about
So-
this.
We're
But because
gonna-
Alex
shit,
was
I
not
forgot
sure,
about
he pulled his arm in, and Bon just got closer. Was like, I'm gonna fucking touch your hand.
Yeah.
I don't go.
We
fuck.
can ascertain that Bon
Yeah.
has a reasonable ape index then
Mm.
from that.
yeah,
time.
he's
Yeah.
not he's not afraid of stuff.
He
Yeah,
bought an 81 Chaser first, when the EDC car that he went to USA with.
Oh, yeah.
But when he bought it, it was brown with
Nice.
I can't remember the body kit now. I think it was a Big Win body kit, which you just don't see. It was
Mm.
metallic brown root beer. It was sick, full road car, like one Recaro seat stereo.
About supportive as one of these.
Yeah, pretty dangerous,
Yeah.
but it's just mint.
Yeah.
Looks so cool.
it would be nice to see Bomb back in.
What's he doing?
He has
he's cool, yeah.
He has a
got it sorted
Porsche in
out.
bits, and he's
Oh,
started a new
mate, that
business.
Porsche.
He's doing string theory, isn't he now?
Yeah, he's
Is
Caffeine machine.
from
he
Yeah,
does
yeah,
the
yeah.
alignment
Mate, I
and
want to
stuff.
talk about that
I'm
place as
pretty
well. I
sure
won't go
put my
there,
phone
but-
on silent, but it's ringing.
It's fine. It's fine. We're quite relaxed here. You can answer.
Yes.
You can have a
I don't recognise that
conversation.
number. Yeah, he's cool.
But it'd be nice to see him like smashing around again. It's hard when people say, "Oh, it's nice to see such and such." You immediately start thinking about like nice to see them compete again. But actually,
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
Just to hang out.
No.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
just nice to like just smash
It's just
around
there's so
at
many
nice drift
stories
days.
about Bon Bon, like amazing ones, and just good times, good memories.
Any legal ones that you could,
Yeah. There's a few. He's been told he's the most dangerous man the marshals at Silverstone have ever seen.
Amazing.
That's a good story.
Amazing.
He got kicked off Goodwood Circuit. He said, "We don't mind a bit of drifting, but when we can't see the entire car for smoke, it's too much." That was in his Porsche, and it was four-wheel drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like,
Wow.
the boys, he makes me laugh, and he's king.
Jesus Christ.
So that Porsche is insane. Like, that didn't help the Porsche one, but then I realised I can't really afford that.
Has he blown the gearbox now?
Like
or
22
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
It
Amazing.
was the fastest thing I've ever been in, and I literally went down the industrial straight driftworks, grabbed the second accelerator. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just went up.
Just to second and done.
Just
Yeah.
saw Sky.
Just
Wow.
sky.
I mean,
Yeah.
any speed in the Driftworks industrial estate is
Terrifying.
dangerous anyway. It's
Well,
just
This-
a terrifying
this was
thing.
next level.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah. I remember in the
Tis the
Ali's
short course.
Ali Cedric. Yeah. Ali Cedric. I mean, of all things. But he'd lowered it at that point, or he'd take the fucking springs out or something, and
Best
it's
mod
it's so fucking bumpy. But in a car that's like the size of an entire postcode, the car looks like it's bending and like moving in a really peculiar way. And he like dipped it in, and the whole fucking front went like we were gonna do a fucking endo. But yeah, that industrial estate's taken some real pounding.
Is wild watching Phil like nail? Is he 30 through there, and his Porsche like? I guess you don't care for these cars then.
No,
Not one bit.
Yeah, so close to the floor.
The wildest I ever got there was in a Nissan Sunny 1.4.
Ooh.
It snowed, and we just spent like 3 hours pissing around with that.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was me, full force.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, it's great. Those dark days.
Dark days.
Aw.
I used to commute to Birmingham in my S14. I was like, this is a stupid idea. Let's buy a 1.4 Sunny. That was a worse idea.
My dad had a 1.4 Nissan. Yeah, it would have been Nissan. Nissan, was it? No, it'd be Datsun Stanza. It was at the point where the and like
transition.
if you Google Datsun Stanza, you cannot fucking find. You don't have to, but if you Google Datsun Stanza, they don't fucking exist.
don't exist.
I only have the memory of, and it had a red interior. It was a cream car, and it had like a
Red velour.
It had red like fake leather roof.
Why don't we have this now?
Vinyl.
I don't know. It fell apart. It was a G-Reg. I know that. It's 85.
G-Reg.
89.
Is
89,
90s,
90s.
90s G-Reg. Just standard. That's
Is
standard on G-Reg.
is it
That's
G-Reg?
horseshit.
No, it must have been
Come
older.
on now.
Would it be the last G? No, it wouldn't be the
No,
last.
I was going to say
G-Reg,
last year would be what
Was it
30s,
G?
40s.
yeah.
Older than I know.
I
Older than even me.
Older than me.
Even older than you. No, it was a weird, I ended up getting parked up. Have you found one?
Let's have a look at the
Show me.
Stanza.
Fucking show me, mate.
Let me have a look.
Let me have a fucking
Oh,
look
look
with
at
my
that.
eyeballs.
Gizza butchers on that.
No, that's not it. That's
No,
not it.
that's
No,
way
like
too-
like
that's way
type
too
in
cool.
80s
That's way
80s
too
Datsun
cool.
Stanza. I'm not getting up again. I can't be fucking out.
It's quite far away. Yeah. Anyway, that seems to have ran its course, and now I don't know what we were talking about before we started.
Drift
short
games,
course.
mate.
Drifting.
Driftings and games. and-
Drifting. Yeah, so drift games. That's now. Let's let Dan talk about the structure of
You gotta
competition driving
fill me in on
in Great Britain. Go.
Oh, in Great Britain.
Yeah.
It's-
The Britain.
Tell me, because I tell you now, I cannot keep up with what's actually happened.
Now, Drift Cup
Where
is
things
now
are.
Drift Cup is now a 2-day event.
2-day event.
that.
So
That's
you've
good,
got
right?
yeah. It kind of is because
Oh my god,
now
that's awful.
That's awful.
you've
yeah.
got
Stanza.
What a shape that is.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely
But,
fucking
like,
frightening.
Why is
You
why
don't-
is
Oh,
it
that-
so long, but the
On
wheel
the
base
Yeah,
is so
why is
short?
it-
I mean, it was front wheel drive as well.
Oh, was it?
The wheels are so
Oh.
close to the doors.
scrap.
oh, that's a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Anyway, tell me
Panda colours though.
Tell me about what the fuck is happening.
So
with-
Drift Cup is now a 2-day event.
no,
so
no,
you've
no,
got
no, hang on. Is Drift Cup now IDC or have I got
no.
totally wrong?
IDC is now dead because
What?
Wait, why?
IDC is dead because Dave
fucking
Egan needs
news
more
to me.
money. He requires more money, more capital.
Well, who doesn't?
Oh.
because
So has he sold
Same.
it?
No.
It's
he
dead.
He deleted it.
He did control
Circle
delete.
delete.
Oh yeah, literally uninstalled IDC.
Command
and,
Q.
now it's all under Drift Games brand.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So
now that is
but is Drift Games an Irish?
yeah. But it's an Irish thing, but that is now 2 competitions rolled into one. So he's also got rid of ADC, which is the amateur
Oh,
drift.
yeah. Yeah.
So now you've got Drift Games Nationals, which is there's like going to be tyre rules in it, horsepower rules.
Oh well, this sounds good. This sounds
Yeah,
good.
that-
I like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Sounds like a good thing.
I'm
Yeah.
waking
In a way.
So-
I'm waking back up.
So
So-
does this mean that there would be potential there for instead of having like a pro, semi-pro, super pro?
No, it's literally it's open to anyone to apply to drive in. I think that it's obviously the season's now full, but
Yeah, I imagine.
Break my
yeah,
heart.
that's happened. So there's tyre rules and shit. Then they've got Drift Games Extreme, which is the bullshit of you've got 1,000 horsepower and 295.
Is there a
Westlakes
minimum? Like you've got to show your dick. I've got 1,000 horsepower. There we go.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah.
So how can you have brake horsepower rules? Like, are they going to have a rolling road at every
No, I don't
event?
think-
or-
No, I
I
don't.
meant
I don't
those
think
rules,
it's
it
like.
just
I
meant
think it's
Go
like
nuts.
there's
Mm.
certain.
like when all the Japanese said that everything was 279 brake horsepower.
No. The Australians,
Yes.
Luke Fink brought it in like it was different cars had to run a certain size tyre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like it went on the weight of the car. So if you've got 1,000 horsepower in an S14, but you're only allowed to run a 225 tyre on the rear.
Like Formula Drift did that, and
Yeah.
maybe still do.
Well, I mean that
No,
kind
I
of
don't
sounds.
think so. Because like, doesn't James Dean run like a 295 Federal tyre or some shit like that?
Really?
Or Falcon? Sorry,
mean-
Falcon.
I mean, this sounds kind of cool. I quite like the idea of that. And as you say, oh, it'd be all sold out now for the full season. But like, I imagine that there's probably like low down power, small tire.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I can imagine.
Still available. You could probably rock up in a stock 1.6 MX-5 and be like, "Hey, I'm ready to
There you
compete."
go. You're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in.
Jesus
Right,
Christ.
Here we go.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yeah.
You got NAS.
And then then they've obviously got like the IDC like Pro is now Drift Games Extreme. So
Right.
your Micheliners, your Dwayne McKeevers, all the Irish
do
guys.
they still
and-
have like the fun aspect of like doing parking and shit and
I have no idea. I
twinning,
didn't.
like training, team
lifting.
shit.
I mean, they
Yeah.
spoke
like
about this on a
strongman,
podcast, but it was with
like
Nathan
lift-
Black, so I turned
Right,
off. I was
okay.
literally like, no.
Like squatting.
Oh, hang on.
10 J's.
Are we saying Nathan Black's still involved in
Oh,
like,
he's a big thing now, fam.
Well, nice.
right? Okay.
So-
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know who this is.
He makes me laugh.
He's quite.
Gotta say, he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Just looks
In the
Oh,
beginning, he
the
didn't. I
commentator.
fucking
The
hated him.
commentator.
You got-
Yeah, the
Oh,
commentator.
I'm
not-
sorry.
I'm
I'm
not
fucking
saying
world of my own then.
Yes,
And
I'm into
now-
it, but he makes me laugh.
Obviously,
mean-
now BDC Matt Stevens, like Yorkshire Pud owns it.
Yorkshire
Hey.
Yeah.
Chips and gravy.
It's
Is that
gonna
the funds?
the B in BDC is gonna stand for Buxton. I'm really excited about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'll go to round
Yeah.
Buxton.
It's 5 rounds at Buxton. That's it.
I'm in. Sign me the fuck right up.
Do that as like a
No
a
rules.
start of the year.
Live rear axles,
Open-
front
yeah.
and back. I'm gonna fuck.
I drove a chimney the other day, the new one.
You have to turn up. You have
Oh
to turn up in
shit!
a
The
Yeah.
D, the little D,
little D,
little G.
or little G. Which one was it?
Yeah. There's 2.
It was
I
black.
mean,
Oh, it's a
well, it
little
won't be.
D. You drove a little D.
It would be a little D, wouldn't it?
I mean, the fact of the matter is that they've named them Little D and Little
Little
G.
G.
You can't get a little D.
And
on
then you're
that.
like, oh, I'm driven the black one. Oh, that'll be the. I mean, who the fuck is what
looks
marketing?
Like one looks like a
dickhead?
Defender. One looks like a G wagon.
They
So
both
little
look the
Defender,
same.
little G wagon, little
It
G,
looked like
little
this
D.
over.
Yeah.
Show me.
Show me.
Show me. I
It'll
want to
be a
show me with
little-
my eyeballs.
Let's have a look.
We were literally only talking about this like an hour or so
Show
ago.
me, tell me.
Show me.
Wait,
But-
that's a Subaru. That's a dog. That's me Gamito. That's
Oh,
smashed
I
up.
want to fucking see that.
Oh,
We
feet.
need to look at it.
That guy.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. I mean, there
There you
needs to be an Alpine version.
You've got a little D and a little G.
Oh, it's the body.
Although I
kit.
feel
Not
like,
about-
hang on, does that mean the little G and the little D are like
One's a G wagon.
specs version
One's like
from,
a G. One's like a G wagon.
from
one's a
styling
Defender.
effects down?
damned. I did a little.
Show
tiny
us.
skid
Show
in
me,
it.
tell me.
Little D.
Oh, oh my
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ! Oh, holy fucking shit!
Bleh.
It'll be out of focus now. Won't be able to see fuck all.
Yeah.
Cool.
They
It's an
look
iPhone.
pretty
It'll,
cool.
it'll live with it.
Okay. So we've got Matt Stevenson's at the helm at the BDC. I'm sort of semi-excited about that because I quite like his attitude to drifting.
I mean, I think we're going to have to be there because Danny's driving, so we
Yeah.
we might have to be at Buxton for 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's great.
But it's
I'll
not
go
far from
Buxton.
my house or your house.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
Buxton's
just
house,
fly over.
so
We're very
should-
close.
Would be right. But I mean, on a realistically, have they announced the actual rounds?
Don't think so.
No,
'Cause it's-
Buxton.
But, like, we're joking at this point.
We've just
but-
done it, Buxton.
Buxton
Have you
Drift
seen the crowds at
Championship.
Buxton?
No, I know. But just realistically, though, like,
Buxton.
are we talking like
Buxton.
T-side, Three Sisters?
Well, you've got 3 tracks. You've got
Yeah,
3.
We've got not
You've-
much choice.
Well, they could go to Knockhill, maybe.
Oh, Knockhill's not featured for a while, has it?
They've got Driftland, they've got Teesside, they've got Three Sisters, they've got Buxton.
There's 4.
So Buxton is a realistic option.
I mean,
Well, I think
think
it is.
so.
He's-
I think someone.
Think Irwindale,
Yeah, same basically.
Yeah.
but shitter.
But
Smaller.
This needs to be on a fuck off big sign outside
Irwindale,
Buxton.
but shitter.
Yeah. And like,
Think
like,
Irwindale, but shitter.
it's like low origin. Like
Irwindale,
Irwindale.
but shitter, like a tiny
Oh, that'll work.
review of a DVD or something. I
That'll
don't know.
fucking work.
We should somehow, not we, I've got no money for that, but buy Buxton, open up one end, make another little bit of a track that links into it. You come in with a head of steam on you, like 29 mile an hour.
I wonder if
Straight
they'd,
over.
Amazing.
I wonder
Some-
if they'd go back to Pembury, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I wouldn't.
No, that track is not conducive for drifting. I
No.
don't feel.
Or
Yeah,
or
but if
driving
some,
to it.
Some people.
I
will
want to
tell-
go there.
Some people will tell you it's
Oh.
basically my hand layout.
Yeah, I
in a-
have
in
heard
a
people
cam.
say that. Who is it that said that recently?
Gainer? No,
Stavros.
Sorry.
Stav, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
No,
sorry,
he
Gainer.
I think the problem was he didn't take into consideration
You need the left corner.
the left corner.
Yeah.
In fact, 90% of this really is doing the left corner
So it's basically
right.
what we're saying is it's a kink and a hairpin.
Yeah. But then,
My
but hang on.
Oh my
hang on.
god, that hurt.
My
Yeah,
hand.
that was
Sorry,
loud, that
sorry,
bit.
sorry. Clipping. You could run like a Baihoku style and push things back
Yeah.
behind the wall,
Yeah.
and then you're actually initiating the wall's sort of incidental. It's just
Yeah, it's just there.
yeah, but you're using it
You
to
could
sort of
just use a
face.
cone.
Yeah, to sort of you
This
face
is
the wall and then
Another thing
got
that
deep into it.
is like drift games
Mm.
and I don't know the other competitions. Some of that feels lost and that brings it to the point: why is the Mayan layout fun, and why would the hockey layout be fun? It's the entry. The rest of it's a conclusion. You're going to get round.
Yeah.
The focus should be all about the entry.
Yeah.
The thing they used to say to us back when the Japanese came over and judged us is if they urge you lift off before you got the first corner, dock your point straight away.
Amazing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's all about that. Done. And the rest of it's bring that into these drift games.
Oh,
and
he
bring
died
that
halfway
into
round, but his entry was
sick.
Yeah.
Top
It was like
points, boy.
people talking about, but it was great, but he was making a lot more smoke. And you're like, right.
cares?
At the
It's
point
money.
at which someone said, he's making well more smoke, I don't fucking care.
Out.
I
Don't
don't
care,
fucking
mate.
care. I just, like I get it. We all got to the point where everyone was pointing exhaust at the back of the tires.
You're not allowed to
push-
do that anymore.
No, you're not
That's
allowed to do
illegal.
It was fine, but people is that people say, well, is that trying to make it more difficult for people to follow, or was that making it just so that it was more of a spectacle? There was more smoke, but reality was it was like.
Oh, there's nothing worse than following someone in like a proper
Smoke.
comp car at
I
a
had
practice
an idea
day.
about that the other
Yeah,
day.
and
And
seeing
it's
if they'll go
Yeah,
faster
right,
and they won't. Yeah,
No, just
It should
just trying to
be
follow a car that's just basically produced a fucking
ton of
Nimbus.
smoke.
Yeah,
it
and
should
you
be the
can't follow
law,
it. Yeah.
like the rules. F1 rain lights.
Yeah.
A couple of them on the back of the car. You see through the fog, you'll know where he is.
Yeah.
You'll have a better idea for chasing. Because I've seen people.
Mm.
I watched an FD Japan a couple of months ago, and everyone was getting lost in the straight. Like Andy Gray just selected 10th. Lit it
There you
up.
go.
People were
Lit.
just coming up shy, like 100 yards short of the apex, so they didn't know where they were.
You had to do a lap
Yeah.
first to spool the turbo,
Yeah.
then set
It was
off.
So just if it's a good idea, I'm sure it would help.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a problem, especially when like you're doing like figure eights and stuff, and you get
Coming
big
back
old
into
plume
it.
of fucking
Yeah.
smoke in the middle of the track,
Back
and
through.
yeah, you have to drive back through it. And I know, I'll moan and say I've struggled with it in the past, but then you watch people like Dwayne, just as if it, or Dean, just like as if
Just-
it's not
yeah,
a
yeah.
problem.
It's
like
not a problem.
they don't fucking care.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
the
think I don't
problem's
think it
me.
really matters in competitions though, because you're not on the thing that has someone spanning that cloud.
Yeah. Oh God, do you remember
Because
that?
there's
Do you
no
remember
one
that this
there.
year?
Yeah.
The fucking
Someone's
worst
done a
James
situation.
Thunder.
No. What was that? Wait, was it T side where a dude in was it a 350 had done a
Ricky
fucking-
Lawrence and his PS. I'll name you, bastard.
You're gonna have to stand by that now. I mean,
They were doing the fucking team bullshit. He spun, done a massive burnout, and then his mate in the 350, who was still meant to be competing, came flying through and plouged to the side of him, wrote the car off.
I think I saw the.
And I was just
aftermath
like,
of it.
wow.
social media.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're talking about it. It happened. It got lots of attention. Cool. But at the
Driftland
same time,
TV.
that could have been really fucking bad.
No, it was bad. It
But
was
I-
fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it could have been way fucking
Bare
worse.
O's and P's.
Let's say it was a fucking E36 with one of those Shiv front end
Shank.
tow hooks that's on a big
Oh, yeah.
old fucking thing like this,
Yeah.
and that goes through someone's door and goes through someone's fucking hip, and you're like, it was a bit of a laugh, but guy's fucking lost the ability to walk.
I mean, going back to Ricky now, actually, he's put
Let's all just move
No,
our
no,
seats
no,
away
no,
from
no.
Dan.
No.
We're going home
he's
now.
put a 1J in his PS, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then he's put
Is it
a
Spike?
fully built SR20 up for sale.
Right.
From DY Engines
Yep.
on a Parry mapped by MB on a 20G turbo. I mean, it's all supplied by Paul Howard at JDM Garage, and it hasn't sold. Why? Like for £4,000, it's a complete package for
Oh, wow.
£4,000.
Wow. Okay.
I
so
mean,
that's-
why?
is that what isn't that coming with though?
That's without a
Everything.
gearbox, basically.
Without
It's a
a box.
complete drop-in engine with ECU,
Which will
balloon.
give you how many millions
It's
of
like-
burps?
It's
Probably 450.
it's about 430, yeah, something like that,
430.
yeah.
Just conception, people don't want it anymore because
It's just
Well-
yeah. But what I'm trying to get
it's not
at is
competitive,
people
blah, blah, blah.
people will look at that and think no, but then go and spend flaming 12 grand on a V8 crate motor that creates 100 horsepower more,
and
Yeah.
it still fails.
Yeah.
and
And
still
still
fails.
fails.
This is what I'm
more
trying to get
expensive
at.
problems.
Yeah,
Yeah, and more difficult to get parts for in many cases.
I'm an SR fan. Like
The engine
the
that
engine's
you are.
supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I've ruined Corollas by putting another engine, and now I've learned that there's a time and a place for it, and you can engineer yourself around all the problems it creates. But fundamentally, you are making more work for yourself.
The
Yeah.
engine that's in my car came out of the one that you put you put it in a chaser.
That was a really bad car.
Yeah, it was a bad
Thought you
car.
were gonna say it was
but
a really
it's
bad
great
engine.
It's a great engine.
Engine seemed fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we
10
turned it on.
10
Just
bar.
come and collect it, and then all the
Yeah.
fuel lines rotted away because
Yeah.
the car was turned on. And was like, better repair all your fuel lines.
Yeah, 10 bar and all 4. Not in my ownership though. Probably fucked.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
Nah, the engine will be fine. It's the turbo.
You got to
that's
think
letting
about
it down.
selling it at some point soon.
No,
I'm
not
sure it's
selling it.
fine.
It's getting
It's
put
perfect.
up there.
I swear to
And
God,
it's gonna
if
live
that
there
engine
until-
stays in this fucking unit, I will wrap it round his fucking head.
I would
swear
like to see
God.
you try and pick it up.
And me, 'cause, like, pretty heavy.
No, come on.
I mean, we say that I've had to fucking shift this piece of shit around the unit all fucking month.
You moved it once.
Alex, you're assuming he's actually going to take it out. You're assuming
Oh,
he's
yeah,
going to
mate.
open the bonnet and take his engine out.
250 horse is where I'm at for next year.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
it
not
is
using-
right
I'm
now.
Gonna, I'm going to fit one pair of tyres in January, and then I'm going to
March.
take them off in
Fucking March, April.
July.
That's
Are we
my
aiming for?
style.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah. Are we aiming?
Efficient.
What are we aiming for? We aiming for like March, April.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
when
When
you roll
someone actually designs a livery,
Yeah.
we're aiming for that.
When someone does.
When someone completes what we ask them to do,
No shit.
that's what we're aiming for.
To be fair, the current person who's been asked has only like
Oh, yeah.
very recently, like in the
Been
past
asked.
seconds, been asked.
Like, can you pull us out the shit, please?
yeah.
Because we're fucked.
We fucked
Yeah, I think next year we're potentially going to go down the same road, or maybe even open it up for a competition. I don't know, something like that.
What do you mean?
Meow.
We should probably also do more Three Sisters next
Yeah.
year.
Oh.
There'll be a lot. Well, there's
Plenty.
Drift Cup's
It's well
got
grippy
2
now
rounds
as
there
well.
now.
It's
Oh,
well
has it?
grippy.
Yeah, so
That new surface is grippy AF. We
Good.
did it, didn't we? All three.
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
It really
good.
is.
When did you last drive it? I can't remember.
Start of the year.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
I've driven it in my
June.
friend's car.
No, I done-
And he's 14 for the day.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I done Drift Cup
Good
round there,
grips,
didn't I?
good grips.
I done round.
Very good.
You weren't there. You were on holiday.
I
think.
was in fucking hospital, I think, wasn't I?
No,
No,
I
you
think
were
you were
on
in
holiday.
Japan.
I was in Japan.
When
In
you,
Japan.
I did that one, did I not?
That
No,
was
that
you
was
done
years
one with me
before.
a few years ago.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
in 86.
Mark Webb borrowed your machine, didn't he?
He
Yeah.
did indeed. Yeah,
me.
he beat you. You did.
Orcs.
I mean, you did take him to one more time, and he did have a 400 horsepower motor.
Yeah.
We could talk about that, and yours was.
I mean,
Yours has just made 180 horsepower at the moment. The one that ours got now.
Yeah.
I think it done 180 horsepower, something like that.
Well, it said 202, but it didn't make 202. I know
No.
that to be absolutely fact.
Hang
because
fire!
we built it.
That fucking 1.6.
Yeah.
It didn't do
All the
200.
fucking
I mean,
thought, yeah, but still 180 is like insanity.
The noise it made on the dyno was
It's the point,
it
innit?
was oh my yeah.
built it in the shed. Me and
yeah.
my mate Ian just
Proper
you know,
man
I don't know what's
engineering.
going on right now.
Jamie, what's happened? When?
when.
Oh, okay.
No problem.
Oh, just,
So
just
we'll
click,
just-
I think that's
click
just,
go again. Just click go
Click
again.
go again. Going
We're
again.
going again.
Cool.
So we're going again.
Going.
Oh God, it's so
Oh,
loud.
wait. I mean, how many?
How many
How
hours
long have we been going for
at
anyway?
this?
This might be the end anyway.
Yeah, I think it is. My feet are well cold.
What's
Well
this?
cold,
What's this
mate.
fucking saying?
Who's this guy calling me?
Oh, yeah.
907.
Hello, Retro Speed Shop.
1 hour 17.
How may I assist you?
Right.
How may
Anyway,
I
I think we
assist
probably will leave it there.
We've chatted a lot of shit about nothing.
I'm fucking exhausted.
My hand is
really
literally
tired.
locked.
Feel
So-
a bit
Yeah.
yellow.
Let's just go to Danny Wyman's new driver.
Yeah.
We're running Racing Line.
Yeah.
Look-
Saul's gonna pull his finger out of
Yeah.
his fucking arse.
Yep.
He's
We're
gonna
all-
respond to group messages.
We're
Not,
gonna go
he's
to
going to
Buxton.
unmute it. We're going to go Buxton for
The
5
worst-
rounds
the
of
worst- the
BDC.
worst
We're gonna- yeah,
about
we-
it is
we-
it's not muted.
We're 100%. We're 100% doing every single round of BDC at Buxton.
Danny
Yeah.
Wyman's going to do BDC, so go and support that mo
Danny
trucker.
Wyman's going to
We're
win.
going to do a bit of
Is-
Three Sisters.
Is Paz going to be doing any competitive drifting?
No,
this
he's
year
going to come
at
hang
all?
with the lads.
I'm just going to come
do
hang
some
with
do
the
some
lad.
do some chill hangs. Yeah,
Drift Cup has a little bit of appeal.
yeah.
I'm going to do Drift Cup this year.
I wanted to do
wouldn't mind
one.
it
I wanted to
next
do.
year.
If they were going to do a T-side, I was going to try and get a ticket to do
Three
T-side just
Sisters
for a
Drift
laugh.
Cup all of us
Now
going,
I've got
Yeah.
over 500
Yeah.
horsepower, I believe that I can do Drift Cup.
You're now eligible for Drift
Yeah,
Cup.
now I've got
Yeah.
semi-slicks and 500 horsepower. I'm now
I'm just
eligible.
going to turn up if that's okay.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
I've got and
I'll
just
watch and I'll
send
film and yeah.
I mean, your engine's all built now. That's good to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Give
I mean, I
Mark-
could do either
It's
BDC or Drift Cup. I think people would probably prefer me in Drift Cup.
Yeah,
It'd be a
you'd
great
have-
if you
you'd
came
have
into
more
Drift
fun in
Cup.
Drift Cup.
I mean, every time turning up to BDC and Super Pro and being like, "Hi, I don't know how I'm still here."
Yeah.
How are
it's
you?
me
Hey,
again.
and I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy again?"
Look at his little piddly SR. You're
This guy turns up
What's
with
your
Lambo doors.
what's your radiator doing in the front, mate?
I don't know. You could have radiators in
I've
the front
got
of your
pistons bigger than his entire engine.
car. yeah, exactly.
So do drift cut basically.
Yeah.
It'd be fun
Yep.
if like a
Drift
bunch of
cut was
dudes
good
rolled
fun.
up at the same round and we could have
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
the hangs and the sitting in the pit lane in the queue going, I need to do better.
Well, I mean, like drift cup is
And we're
not.
all running around screaming and shouting at each other. Woo!
I
Oh,
think we
fuck
fucked
off.
it.
It might be the
The end's
cold.
fucked.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I'll edit those two together. and
Yeah,
just put it,
that's
it'll be fine.
fine.
Just put a picture of something on here.
But yeah, anyway, right, fucking bye. We do need a
Bye.
picture actually. Can you take a picture on my phone, please?
Oh.
Oh, because it's an iPhone, it must be better.
No, but because I'm
iPhone
about to
X
transfer a fuck ton of
10.
files and they all have to go from storage to mine.
You know the weird thing is,
All right, take it on yours.
I
Yeah.
feel like we haven't covered everything we could cover
No,
as well.
we really
There's
haven't.
so
We just
much
rambled
more.
so
No,
much
well,
shit.
I always say
It's a
this.
problem.
I've got this.
We
for
have no
a couple
target.
of days.
We just
right,
go.
Yeah, just go.
do a fucking pose. Do a
Hey.
fucking pose.
Wait.
I mean, we're still recording and we're
Hey.
shouting some shit. We're taking a picture.
Gang signs are all right, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah. West Side, bros. Yeah, why not? One of us have one where all of our eyes on.
Yeah.
Yo, right.
Yo.
So
We love you a lot.
this is the end of the year.
Yeah.
It's been loads of fucking fun. We'll keep doing this shit in 2019, and I'll try and do more fucking videos because I've sort of lapsed.
You.
And yeah,
that
right.
caught me off
Fuck
guard.
off. Bye.
Peace.
Happy
But I don't know. I'm waving at a camera that
Merry
turned itself
Easter.
off. I mean, for fuck's sake, it had 64.
And
Yeah,
you're still waving, right?
It had
Still
64. It had 64 gig. What? It had 64 gigabytes of storage on it, and somehow it's fucking unbelievable. Right. Anyway.
iPhone. Bye.
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 Love you. Love you.
Bye.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
you.
Right.
Bye.
Let's fuck off.
Bye. Fuck off.
I don't know why I was looking at the fucking Mac.
You told me you were going to be an hour.
Have you already been shouting? What you need to do is just.
Because I said I'm going to be recording for an hour, but she took that as you're going to be there for an hour.
So I've actually used up all of my storages.
Why did you just say I'm going out, wench?
I'm not doing that straight away.
Let's have a look how big this
Oh, you not? Why?
Because I realise I have to buy it.
When I was 16, do a lot of things.
To be honest, when they kind of said to me, they were like, when
Ty
Ty
gets like that though.
Yeah, but Ty said to me, Ty was like, oh, what do you think about coming over to Australia? I was like, yeah, man, that sounds sick. I said, I'll have to look.
So we got 1 hour 60.
And then we got about 2 minutes longer.
And then the post up, and like 4 hours later,
Yeah,
I'm like,
And then you just said, oh, fuck it. And then
and then that's where like the shit
Yeah,
went.
Yeah, you ended it said anything worse.
And then I was like, you should come with me, we'll make a holiday.
No, well, this is the thing. You sort of like try and.
Bye everyone.
It's very. If I left Dan to just go and
Ty for 3 days.
I'd have to edit the whole thing down because she gets really angry about stuff.
What are we on about here?
Just you getting really angry about stuff sometimes. But you know, it's great because he goes on a tirade and then we sort of like.
I
bring
control
him
myself.
around.
I used to be horrific.
Because like I was saying to Alex just, man, like,
No, that was much more calm than last time.
Oh yeah, much more.
I just fucking
You did good.
Ricky Lawrence.
But then you also sold him his ass out.
I thought, swings and roundabouts, man. Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah,
Like,
are these mics still on?
We changed.
Hey, fuck y'all. Merry Christmas and shit. Have a happy new year. Head to the shop, like and subscribe, buy our shit. Don't buy our shit. Do what the fuck you want. We don't fucking care. We don't fucking care about you. Oh, we do actually care. We're, no joke. We're not terrible people. Well, at least we don't kind of think we are right at this moment. Probably are. But yeah, anyway, go fuck yourselves, and that's the end. Bye.